Hello dear students, today we will discuss about Ohm's law. Dear students, you already know that electric current and a potential difference. Electric current, rate of flow of charges. So that's when we consider that electric current, and SI unit of electric current is ampere. And another one is electric potential. It means work done to bring unit positive charge from infinite to that one of the point. So this point is present inside the electric field. It means electric potential at a point or electric potential energy at a point in electric field is work done to bring unit positive charge from infinite to that point. So that's when we consider that electric potential energy. So potential difference. Suppose here we consider that 2 points are in an electric field, or we consider that one of the conductor, and here we consider that 2 points. Okay. So work done to bring a unit positive charge from one point to another point, one point to another point. So that's when we consider that a potential difference, because each point having a particular electric potential energy. It means electric potential. Suppose we want to change so charge position in a electric conductor, or we consider that a electric field. So that's when we consider that a potential difference. Okay, so today we will discuss about Ohm's law. So Ohm's law means here, so this one we consider that a conductor. So inside this current conductor, here we consider that electricity is flowing through this conductor. Electricity flowing through this conductor, and here when electricity flowing through conductor, so this electricity is directly proportional to the potential difference. So electric current is directly proportional to the potential difference. So this reason electric potential is directly proportional to the potential difference. Electric current is directly proportional to the potential difference. Otherwise, potential difference is directly proportional to the electric current. Yes. So this reason, according to Ohm's law, electric current flowing through a conductor, electric current is flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference. Is directly proportional to the potential difference across two ends of a conductor, providing all physical conditions remains constant. For example, we consider that temperature remains constant, and atmospheric pressure, so that is also remains constant. Then only so this Ohm's law is applicable. It means electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference. Electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across two ends of a conductor, providing all physical conditions remains constant. Why here we consider that physical conditions remains constant? Because the physical conditions changes, then what happens? So electric current value changes. Yes. For example, here we consider that a temperature. In almost all in Ohm's law, so in a definition, electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference at a constant temperature. Why here we consider that a constant temperature? Because whenever temperature of a conductor changes, then electric current value changes because of a resistance. So this reason here we consider that so electric potential is directly proportional to electric current. It means electric current directly proportional to the potential difference. So this reason, so V directly proportional to the I. So here directly proportional is there. So this reason we want to make it equal. So this reason we require one constant. So that constant is nothing but R into I. Yes, so V is equal to R into I. Okay, so here we consider that a potential difference. So potential difference, and R is resistance, and I we consider that a electric current. Okay, so V is a potential difference, R is a resistance, and I we consider that a electric current. Okay, so this reason, so R is nothing but a resistance. So resistance, it means it is the ratios. Suppose here we consider that formula, V is equal to R into I. Suppose we want to calculate R value, it means R is equal to V divided by I. So V divided by I. So R is a resistance. So this reason, so definition of resistance, it is the ratio of a potential difference across the two ends of a conductor to the electric current flowing through a conductor. Yes, it is the ratio of electric potential to the electric current, or it is the ratio of a potential difference across the two ends of a conductor to the electric current flowing through it. So this one we consider that a definition of a resistance. Okay, whenever the temperature of a conductor increases, automatically resistance increases. Why? Because the meaning of a resistance. So meaning of resistance means, so resistance, it means opposes the flowing charges. So that's when we consider that a resistance. It means meaning of a resistance. It means, so resistance means it is just opposes the flow of charges. Suppose the flow of charges increases, it means electric current increases. Suppose opposition of flow of charges increases, then electric current decreases. Yes, whenever temperature of a conductor increases, then what happens? The opposition of a flow of a charges increases. So this reason resistance value increases, electric current decreases. Why? Because so resistance is inversely proportional to the electric current. Whenever the resistance value increases, it means automatically electric current decreases. Yes, suppose for example, here we consider that a conductor, so number of electrons are moving through this conductor in particular direction. Yes, so here we consider that AB is a conductor and electric charges. It means we consider that electrons are moving in this direction, start moving in this direction in particular order. Whenever the temperature of this conductor increases, it means we will apply some temperature to this conductor. Then what happens? So electron absorb this heat energy. Then what happens? So this electron is excited. Then these electrons start to moving with a random direction. Whenever electrons start to moving with a random direction, then automatically electric current decreases. It means so flow of charges decreases. Why? Because so these charges are start to moving with a random direction. So when electrons start to moving with a random direction, so automatically electric current decreases. So this reason, so resistance, meaning of resistance, it means opposition offered to flow of charges. So that's when we consider that a resistance. And this resistance is always inversely proportional to the electric current. So this reason, the SI unit of a resistance, it means how to measure this resistance. So that's when we consider that a ohm. So SI unit of a resistance. So SI unit of a resistance, we consider that ohm, and a symbol we consider that a ohm. So this one is a ohm symbol. Yes, SI unit of resistance is ohm. Suppose we want to calculate a 1 ohm value. It means, so our formula R is equal to V divided by I. Yes, suppose here we want to calculate 1 ohm resistance. It means 1 ohm resistance is equal to, V means a potential difference. So 1 volt. divided by, so I is electric current, so electric current, it is measured in ampere. So this reason 1 ohm of resistance is equal to 1 volt divided by 1 ampere. It means 1 ampere of a current flowing through a conductor, 1 ampere of a current flowing through a conductor, and its potential difference is 1 volt across two ends of a conductor, then we get 1 ohm of a resistance. It means 1 volt of a resistance connected to two ends of a conductor. 1 volt of a potential difference is connected to two ends of a conductor, and electric current flowing through this conductor is 1 ampere, then only we get 1 ohm of a resistance. So this reason, so this resistance is inversely proportional to the electric current, and here 1 ohm of a resistance is nothing but 1 volt of a potential difference across two ends of a conductor. Then so electric current flowing through a conductor, we consider that 1 ampere. So that's when we consider that 1 ohm. And this resistance is directly proportional to the temperature. Why? Because whenever temperature increases, then randomness of an electron increases, automatically electric current decreases. So this reason, so resistance is directly proportional to the temperature, and resistance is inversely proportional to the electric current. Resistance is directly proportional to the temperature, and resistance is inversely proportional to the electric current. It means whenever temperature increases, resistance value increases, automatically electric current goes on decreases. And this resistance also depends upon length and area of a cross section of a conductor. Length and area of a cross section of a conductor. It means whenever the length of a conductor increases, automatically resistance value increases. Length of a conductor increases, so resistance value increases. And area of a cross section increases, then resistance value decreases. Area of a cross section increases, resistance value decreases. Whenever length of a conductor increases, resistance value increases. Suppose the temperature increases, again resistance value increases. It means, so this resistance is directly proportional to the length of a conductor. It means the length increases, automatically resistance value increases, and resistance is inversely proportional to area of a cross section of a conductor. It means whenever area of a cross section of a conductor increases, it means a flow of charges increases. It means the number of flow of charges increases. So this reason electric current increases. Electric current increases, it means a resistance value decreases. Suppose the length of a conductor increases, length increases, then resistance of a conductor increases. So this reason resistance is directly proportional to length of a conductor, and resistance is inversely proportional to area of a cross section of a conductor, and resistance is directly proportional to the temperature of a conductor, and resistance is inversely proportional to the electric current. So this reason, so resistance depends upon the length of a conductor, area of a cross section of a conductor, temperature of a conductor, and electric current. Mainly here we consider that so these three conditions. It means a factor depends upon a resistance. Factor depends upon our resistance. It means resistance is directly proportional to the length, and it depends upon area, and it depends upon temperature. Yes, and it depends upon the electric current. It means whenever resistance value decreases, automatically electric current increases. So this reason, so here main we consider that so length, area, and temperature. Another one we consider that so this resistance is depends upon material of a conductor. For example, here we consider that different metals, copper, aluminium, gold, silver, iron, is different material having a different resistance value. So copper, iron, aluminium, gold, and brass, if you consider that any metal, so each metal having a different resistance value. For example, in a normal circuit we consider that a copper wire, and in a service wire we consider that aluminium. Yes, why? Because so copper and aluminium having a less resistance value. These two metal having a less resistance value. So compared to these two metal, gold having a maximum conductivity value. It means so very less amount of a resistance value, gold, but it's expensive. It means a heavy. So this reason we don't consider that a gold. Maximum in most of the time in a connectivity we consider that copper and aluminium. Suppose if we consider that iron, so iron having a maximum resistance value. So this reason we don't consider that iron in a connection purpose. So this reason we will use only copper and aluminium for the connection purpose, because so this metal having a less resistance value. Yes, so this reason, so factor depends upon resistance. Is the first one is it depends upon length. It means the length increases, resistance value is also increases. And next one, it depends upon area of a cross section. It means area of a cross section increases, resistance value decreases. And it depends upon the temperature. It means the temperature increases, so resistance value increases. Temperature increases, resistance is also increases. And it depends upon a material of a conductor. Material of a conductor. Okay. And here one small experiment is there. In that experiment, and a symbol of a resistance. So this one we consider that a symbol of a resistance. So this one is a symbol of a resistance. So resistance, it means it is the ratio of electric potential to the electric current, or meaning of resistance means it is opposes the flow of charges. It is opposes the flow of charges. Okay. And here we consider that one experiment. Suppose here we consider that resistance. So this one is a resistance, and here we connected one voltmeter. So voltmeter means it is a device used to measure the potential difference. Voltmeter, it is a device used to measure the electric potential across two ends of a conductor. It means so here we consider that one wire is, so wire we consider that a copper wire or aluminium, or we consider that any one conductor, and it's having a one particular resistance value. So this conductor having a one particular resistance value. Okay, so here we consider that a one metal. So made of, it means we consider that brass, aluminium, copper, gold. Yes, so this one we consider that one of the conductor, and connected with one voltmeter. So voltmeter is a device used to measure the potential difference. And here, so this one connected to the battery. Okay, positive terminal of a battery. Okay. And here, so this one we consider that a rheostat. So rheostat, it means it is a device used to vary the resistance to the circuit. It means we want to change the resistance value. We want to change the resistance value by using a rheostat. So this reason, so rheostat, it is a device used to vary the resistance or to provide different resistance to the circuit. So that's when we consider that a rheostat. And here, so this rheostat connected to the key, and this one we connected to one ammeter. So ammeter, it is a device used to measure the electric current in the circuit. It is a device used to measure the electric current in the circuit. Okay, so this one connected to this conductor, and here positive and a negative. Okay, so this one we consider that a circuit diagram. Okay, so first one we consider that this one is conductor connected to the voltmeter in a parallelly, and then this one is connected to the positive terminal of a battery, and negative terminal of a battery connected to the rheostat, and here this one we connected to the key to the ammeter to the again voltmeter. Okay, so here whenever initially we will provide some amount of electric current in this circuit. Yes, we will provide some electric current in this circuit. Okay, so we will provide some electric current in this circuit I, and the potential difference is V. So I here we consider that here. Why? Because so this one is a ammeter used to measure electric current. Okay, we just changes the resistance value. So initially we will provide some amount of electric current by the help of a battery. Yes. Then what happen? We can measure the potential difference and the electric current by using voltmeter and ammeter. First I will provide some amount of electric current through this circuit, and we just note down the potential difference value and the electric current value. So this reason here we consider that so this one is a serial number, and here we consider that voltmeter reading. It means a potential difference in a volt. And next one we consider that electric current. It is measured in a ampere. And next one we consider that V divided by I. So why here we consider that V divided by I? Because you already know that Ohm's law is electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across the two ends of a conductor, providing all physical conditions remains constant. It means the temperature remains constant. So this reason here we consider that V is equal to R into I. Yes, it means R is equal to V divided by I. So this reason here we consider that V divided by I. Okay. Next one. By using rheostat, we want to change the resistance value. Yes, we want to change the resistance value. Initially, we consider that a particular amount of electric current flowing through conductor, and here we want to measure electric current and potential difference. Okay, so here potential difference we can measure in a millimeter. It means volt 10 power minus 3 millimeter, and here ampere, it means electric current measured in a 10 power minus 6. It means in a micro. It means a small amount of current flowing through this conductor. Okay, so this reason initially we consider that a potential difference. Suppose potential difference we consider that a 0.1 volt of a potential difference flowing through this conductor. And the corresponding current we consider that 10 into 10 power minus 6 ampere. Next, we have to change the resistance through this circuit by the help of a rheostat. Yes, so here the potential difference we consider that as 0.2. If a potential difference is 0.2, then a corresponding electric current we consider that 20 microampere. Again, we have to change the resistance. It means we just decreases the resistance. We decreases the resistance by the help of a rheostat. Then what happens? So potential difference increases. It means 0.3. Corresponding we consider that 30 microampere, and here we consider that 0.4, and the corresponding we consider that 40, and 0.5, and the corresponding electric current value we consider that 50. Yes. Then afterwards we have to plot a graph. Yes. Okay, along the y-axis we consider that a potential difference. So potential difference V, and along x-axis we consider that a electric current I in a ampere, and this one we consider the 10 power minus 6, and here we consider that a 10 power minus 3. It means a millivolt, and here we consider that a microampere. Okay, so here the first one we consider that as 0. When electric current is 0, it means potential difference is 0, corresponding electric current is also 0. And here potential difference goes on increases. So potential difference goes on increases means initially 0.1 and 0.2. And here we consider the 0.3, 0.4 and 0.5. And here we consider that a corresponding electric current value. So here 10 microampere and 20 microampere, 30 microampere, 40 microampere and 50 microampere. Okay, so whenever the first potential difference we consider that 0.1 and the corresponding electric current is 10 microampere, and next one is 0.2 potential difference and electric current we consider that 20 microampere, and here 0.3, so corresponding value we consider that 30, 0.4 corresponding value is 40. Yes, so 0.5 corresponding value we consider that 50. It means whenever potential difference increases as well as the current is also increases, so this reason we get a straight line, a linear graph. Yes, so this one we want to calculate a slope. So slope here we consider that suppose we consider that 2 points A, B and C. Okay, so A, B, C. It means the slope is equal to AB divided by BC. AB divided by BC. AB we consider that potential difference V, and BC we consider that electric current I. Okay, then here we consider that also last column V divided by I. Yes, V divided by I. So this reason here whenever electric current increases, corresponding potential difference increases. It means the potential difference increases as well as electric current is also increases. So this reason here serial number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so 0.01 V divided by I. So first reading 0.1 divided by 10, and here we consider that millivolt, it means 10 power minus 3, and here we consider that micro, it means 10 power minus 6. So this reason 0.1 divided by 10, it means 0.01 into, okay, so 10 power minus 3 is there, and here 10 power plus 6. 10 power plus 6. So 10 power plus 6, so 10 power minus 3. It means 10 power 3. Yes. Okay, next one we consider that second reading 0.2 divided by 20. 0.2 divided by 20, and here 10 power minus 3. 10 power minus 3 and here 10 power minus 6. So here we consider the 10 power 6. Okay, so this reason same 0.01 into 10 power 0.01 into 10 power 3. It means almost all we consider that this V divided by I value is a constant value. So that's one is 0.01 into 10 power 3 ohm. Because here we consider that a resistance. Okay, so this reason 0.01 into 10 power 3. So this one is a constant value. So this one we consider that constant value. Why? Because so voltage increases as well as electric current is also increases in a linearly. So this reason almost all. So V divided by I value we consider that a constant. Yes, 0.01 into 10 power 3 means so this value we consider that 10. Why? Because 0.01 into 1000. So 0.01 into 1000 means so here we this value we consider that 10 ohm and here 10 ohm. It means a resistance we consider that 10 and 10 and 10. It means so this value we consider that a constant value. Yes. So this one we consider that R is equal to V divided by I. It means it is in ohm. It is in ohm.